This climb is probably one of my favorite climbs of all time. There's so many different characteristics about it that I just have fallen in love with. As you can see, there's plenty of switchbacks on it. There's some steep pitches on it. There's some nice steady, gradual sections on it. Overall, this climb is beautiful and breathtaking, and at the same time, it's also majestic in the way that the road just slowly starts to bend and twist and go up and really turn on itself. It's just overall, it's one of my favorites. So this is the Tollhouse time trial coming up, and honestly the goal for this is to KOM the climb. Now I've KOM the climb twice. I did it earlier back in March. I ran about 34.5 minutes, and then most recently I've been doing a lot of my workouts on this climb in particular just to get ready for the old Tollhouse time trial. And during one of my workouts doing Sweet Spot, I KOM'd it again that day. I ran it in about 34 minutes. But overall, this climb, it can be tricky. Even though I know the ins and outs of it, it can be very tricky. Lots of things come into play for this overall TT. One thing is the conditions. If we have really good conditions, usually the way that you're facing right now I have a tailwind. So honestly, I have a tailwind right now going up this climb. So today would actually be a very fast conditions for this climb. So I'm hoping on the old Tollhouse time trial day, we have fast conditions. That really makes a difference on this climb, because like I said, there's lots of spots that are very steep and technical, but there's also spots, especially in the first half, that are more gradual and honestly, you can keep your speed up around 11 miles an hour, and with a tailwind included in that, man, you would be flying. So that's one thing I need for the day. The second thing I'm gonna need to do for the day is to really control my pacing. This climb is tough because as you start out, it's gradual. You have a couple switchbacks in the beginning, not many, but the hardest part about the climb comes about 25 minutes in. About 20 to 25 minutes in, there's a really steep section. You go through 2 switchbacks, and then you hit this steep section to right before what we call the roller section. So going through there, you have to have enough gas to get through there quickly. Otherwise, you can lose a lot of time. And then when you hit the rollers, you can either smash through them and gain a lot of time, or you could use that as kind of a rest and take it more sweet spot tempo-ish through there to kind of relax, because then the last quarter mile, it kicks up like no tomorrow. Honestly, the last quarter mile is anywhere from 4.5 to 5 minutes, completely full gas. My fastest time up the last half mile or whatever it is about 4 minutes and 23 seconds or 26 seconds, and I think I did like 380 watts. So it is a full gas section. It's at the very end. It's very tough, but pacing this climb is super important. So I think the overall goal for the day is actually going to be pacing as fast as I can for the first 20, and then I'm going to use the next 10-ish minutes to take a little bit of a breather, and then I'm just going to pin it for the last 4 minutes, and hopefully that will get me not only up the climb in first, but also it's going to get me another KOM, because overall I'm going for another KOM. Like, I want to set the bar even higher on what I can accomplish on this climb. Currently we're about 3 days out from the old Tollhouse time trial, and basically the routine for this week has just been tapering, so doing a couple efforts every single day, just short and sweet and to the point. Feeling pretty excited. One thing I didn't mention was I really love that climb, but the one downside or the heartbreaking thing about it was, as you can see, the creek fire rolled through about a month ago, and it just, I mean, it wrecked a lot of things up here. I mean, everything is, it's not going to be the same for years to come. As of right now, the creek fire is about 63% contained, and I think it's around 373,000 acres. Luckily, it's all burning out in the middle of the wilderness up at like 9,000 feet now. But it did come through a month ago and super devastating. But overall, I mean, I'm excited for this weekend. The lake should be nice and primed for the day. Honestly, I'm a little up in there on what I'm gonna do pacing wise. I feel like I could possibly have some of the best power of my life, so who knows what's gonna happen, but I just staying focused and looking forward to the day of the event. All right, so we're out here the day before, and basically today what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do some openers. We're actually gonna go out to the actual climb and do the openers on the climb. So just get, just reacquaint myself with the climb, and then do these easier efforts on there, build some confidence, and tomorrow should be a good day. So that's how it goes. Right now, weighing in around 145 pounds, so it's definitely the lightest I've ever been this strong going up this climb too. So I'm super excited for that, and overall, I think it's gonna be a good day. All right, day of the Tollhouse time trial. Nick's out here too. He's a sprinter. So Nick, what is your goal today, since you're not really a time trial specialist or even a hill climb specialist?
To run a PR, which would be somewhere around 39:40-ish.
Which is honestly really fast for this. And
yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of sprinters that can do it, but my goal is to be right behind the top climbers. So hopefully top 5. We'll see.
Yeah, and no joke, Nick is pure sprinter, but the dude can climb. Like, it's fun. He can stay with me on short climbs at my threshold and stuff, which is a lot of fun for us. And he can actually sometimes throw down on the shorter climbs and give me a run for my money. So he's no joke in the climbing department, and there's a lot of good climbers coming out today, but I wouldn't be surprised if he can maybe snag a top 5 on this TT. Yeah, top 5.
I would say that theoretically I should finish somewhere around 7. So if I were able to jump a couple of years, that would be a pretty good accomplishment.
And I think your secret weapon today is amp lotion.
And alt red.
Alt red and amp. Dude.
And believe it or not, the smoke, because we've been training in it and others haven't.
Yeah, it's a little smoky today, or whatever is in there, but anyways, we are running amp. Amp is a game changer. I tried Lactigo. That stuff sucks. It does nothing. It's I don't even know what it is. It's like icy hot in your legs, but it does nothing for you. Amp is where it's at. So anyways, we're gonna go get a warm up in, and we'll see you on the start line. Yo, we got Tyler here. You gonna rock the backpack?
Yep. Gonna rock the backpack. No, I want to try to go get an opening drone shot, kind of run.
You should use the drone to tow you up the climb.
With like a strap.
That'd be super safe. What do you, dude? You're riding really well right now. What are you trying to do today?
Well, I have no reference of what power would do what up this, but I did 350 for 20 minutes at 150 pounds a couple days ago. So I think I'm gonna try to stick around 330 until towards the end, and then because that final steep bit, if you blow up, you're just gonna lose so much time.
No, I mean, you have to run 5 minutes through there just to save time. It's stupid. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a tough one. But I mean, the last time you did this, you ran like a 41, and that was years ago.
Well,
and you're by far fitter now.
The only actual real effort I put on this was the first time I did this TT, which was 42 minutes, 22 seconds. That was like the second year I was riding. Because the one I did a 41, I think I wasn't really, it might have been during the climb to Kaiser, or I don't know. It wasn't really a full-on effort. So I want to see, the idea is,
well,
how much have I improved,
And there's no reason I don't think you can't go 38 or lower. I mean, I think even if you ran 320 at 150, you're looking at like a 37, 38.
Okay.
That's what I did when I was 150.
And so what are you planning to do? You think you can beat your 34?
I'm hoping to run like a 33. We'll see.
A 33?
I'm planning to pace around 355 for the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then hang on to 350 for as long as I can. Because I think I do about 350 for almost 30 minutes, and I'm about 146.
That's insane, dude.
Anyways, we're gonna get our warm up in and be nice and primed and ready for this climb.
Bottle, toss it.
Are you guys racing to?
Go. Go, baby.
All the way up, huh? Alright, so we're good.
Go.
Got power over me. You lock me up, don't wanna leave. Use it in the little things. Without you, don't mean a thing.
All right, finally, so we tapered all week for that climb, and coach had a lot of good insight on what to do, and we prepared for it really hard, and it worked out. My goal today was to go sub 33:11, and I think I went 32 exactly, or I went sub 32, which I've been told Vaughters and Chris Horner ran 32s up this back in the day. So I'm super excited with that, and I was super excited. That was a killer climb. Dude, so this was your first time like going full gas of that. How'd you feel?
I mispaced it a little bit.
Dude, it happens. What would you run?
My time?
Yeah.
35:24, 35:26.
Dude, that's your fastest, right?
Oh yeah, it's a PR.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Super strong. And this is like his first year riding bikes. You're like, what, 7 months in?
Of like seriously riding, yeah, since April.
So watch out for him next season. It's gonna be fire. All right, dude, Sawyer here is one of my athletes, and we had a game plan for you to pace around 225, right?
Yeah.
What'd you end up doing?
I did 240, I think.
Woo!
For the first
Woo!
time, like 255 for the last half.
Woo!
That's what I try to do.
What'd you get?
42, like 10.
Nice. Dude, we did a nice little, we did like some easy workouts this week. We tapered for it a little bit. So you came in fresh, obviously. That's like your best ever power, right?
Yeah.
I think
that was
that's
my 20 minute. Was my 40 minute now. So.
Dude, we're gonna go home and update your threshold now.
Yeah. Who's sick?
Nice job. All right, here's Ryan. He's another athlete of mine. How'd you do today?
Did pretty bad actually.
You cracked a little bit?
Yeah.
What'd you pace at?
Like 250 in the beginning, then dropped down like lower.
Okay.
I thought I had a flat.
What'd you run?
Huh?
What'd you run?
Like tire pressure wise?
No, time wise.
Tire wise, 47.
47?
That was.
It's alright, dude. You had, earlier this week, you were hitting some really good numbers, so it happens, dude. It's
Yeah.
part of life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Good job, though. All right, so I've had some time to kind of decompress a little bit and kind of think about what happened today. Overall, super excited with the way the legs felt today. Super excited with the plan that me and my coach had kind of going into it. Talked through some couple different things, strategies this week. Overall, pretty much stuck to the game plan. The only thing I did a little bit differently was I overpaced a little bit more than what I wanted to in the first 5 minutes, but to be honest, I felt really good and I didn't didn't feel like I was in the red zone at all, and I actually held that higher pacing for about 10 minutes, and then I knew that I wanted to pull back just a little bit. I did. I mean, execution-wise was money, hydration, and nutrition leading up to this too, like a couple days before and this morning, on point. The one thing I think was super cool was to see the cycling community like super excited about the record I set, because previously Vinny Owens had the record on this. He did it during the Tollhouse time trials, like pre-Strava, and it was like 33:11. So I've always wanted to go after that and see how close to that I could get. So as I said earlier to Tyler today, you know, 33 was my goal. Like that was what I was looking at. And the Wahoo live segment continually said I was on pace for like a 31.5 to a 32, and I was just like, I don't know if that's right. Like that might be a little bit off. It might all of a sudden just switch drastically on me and tell me you're on pace for a 33.5 or something. So I really just kind of kept it off and just stayed on my pacing and really got in there at 355-ish, 360, and just locked in. Overall though, because of the fire, the lookout at the top, they could see down the finishing part of the climb, and it was sick coming into the last final two corners, hearing people above cheering on, and then coming across at the stop sign, just literally I'd probably just yell at the top of my lungs. I was so pumped. And then you saw my wife, I rode up to her and she was super excited. And anyways, it was an amazing day. It was a lot of fun making this video and this journey, and hopefully it kind of shared with you what I was doing leading up to it, and you know, how it went today. Overall, I'm thankful for Tyler and the Ride Bikes team. You know, without them, it wouldn't be able to do what I'm able to do right now. Nick, as you saw when we started this morning, he's like my #1 training buddy. Super pumped to be riding with him. Amp Human Performance, you know, sponsors me, and honestly, I love their product. I tried some other things and nothing works like Amp. So if you haven't, I would definitely check out Amp, code below. Outside of that, like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm excited that I was able to set the bar a little bit higher for me personally. So now, you know, I'm gonna go into we are in the off season, but November is right around the corner. Gonna go into that and get some solid baseline foundation for next year, and we will see what happens. Who knows? Maybe down the road, I can improve that time. Like I don't know what's gonna happen next. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, I'm super thankful for all the support you guys give on the channel, with comments and likes and just watching the content. As always though, keep riding and training hard, and I will see you guys on the next video.